Well, the reason it happened is because of safety. I mean, that's the reason. As far as the umpires were getting run over every year, we'd have 2 or 3 with broken legs, busted ribs.
The film says there's going to be modifications this year before the umpires see it as well, and to ask him about it.
Well, he's going to be in the offensive backfield the whole season. Okay. He's going to be lined up back there with me. I'll be on the side of the quarterback, whichever arm he throws with. So if it's a right-handed quarterback, I'll be on the quarterback's right. If it's a left-handed quarterback, I'd be on his left. The umpire will be just on the opposite side of me. So he'll be in the offensive backfield through the entire game, except inside of 2 minutes, and when we get into field goal and extra points.
And what sort of challenges does that raise for the umpire in making the call during the game? Because I imagine he was on the other side for a reason.
Yes, he was over on that side since they invented football. So this is going to be an adjustment for us, but you know, that's one of the great things about the NFL. I mean, they're not afraid to make changes, to make adjustments to things, to try to improve the game, to make the game safer. And so there are going to be some adjustments for us as far as the ball handling. The umpire was on the defensive side. It's easier to handle the ball because the balls are only going downfield and so forth. So that's going to create some issues. Hurry-up offenses, no-huddle offenses are going to create a little bit of an issue as far as the handling of that. And so some of those mechanically things we're still in the process of working them out. That's the great thing about having preseason games. We've got 4 games to kind of work out. Now the interesting thing is we have 17 umpires. 17 umpires, and again, 16 of the 17 umpires have worked the mechanic with the umpire in the offensive backfield. In NFL Europe, they did it in NFL Europe. They did it in preseason. We've done it in preseason games. So, you know, 16 of the 17 guys have actually already worked the mechanics. I was lucky enough with working NFL Europe when they worked the mechanics. So I've actually had the opportunity to work the mechanic with him back there. So, you know, it's like any other change. You think about the change, you think about all the things all the problems it creates because it's change. But once you get started and once you get out there and so forth, then you can work out all those things. So
why move him back inside 2 minutes?
Well, when inside 2 minutes, the teams normally are in some kind of hurry-up offense. And so in order to get the ball spotted, the umpire's going to line up 15 yards deep in the offensive backfield during the regular part of the game. Well, he's going to be a long ways away. You run the ball and you gain 4 yards. I mean, he's 20 yards away, so they're going to put him back so he can immediately get the ball and work the ball and work the normal hurry-up offense. That was the philosophy as far as putting him back over there as far as inside of 2 minutes. Now, when teams go into a hurry-up outside of 2 minutes, we're just going to have to. Paul's going to get a lot of exercise.
How difficult is that going to be to spot the ball 15 yards down the middle of the field for you?
Go ahead, Paul.
Down the middle of the field's not going to be too bad, but then we get into windy situation, rainy situations, and one of my jobs is to make sure that the ball is playable. So I'm going to be standing there holding the football and then put it down, and I've been working on my backpedaling. I've got to backpedal back 15 yards, and sometimes those lines jump up at you. So that's one of the things we have to look forward to. But
one thing that you will see that'll be different is because of that, if a team is running a no-huddle, and he has to spot the ball, then I can't let them snap the ball until he's out of the way, which that's never been the case because in the past all he did is just step on the defensive line side and he's out of the way of the offense. Well, now he's going to be backing out of there. So the quarterback in those situations is going to have to look at me, and I'm going to have to tell him when he can snap the ball. And if they snap the ball prior to us being ready, it's going to be a snap infraction. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
And I'm going to try to prevent that by standing behind the center, so if he snaps the ball, it's pretty much going to come to me. And then I'm going to tell him and the quarterback I'm backing out, and Walt will give the point that it's time to go. It's safe to go.
Is the league instructed the back judge or anyone in particular to kind of cover what blind spot might be left in the umpire's change?
Well, not necessarily the back judge, but we're shifting responsibility for the head linesman and line judge who were on the line of scrimmage. Basically, the umpire is going to be having the same responsibilities. We're going to split some of it between the referee and the umpire as far as who we're looking at. As far as back there, we've changed a little bit on that. But really, the back judge, the deep guys, they've got receivers to watch. I mean, they really don't have the opportunity to help out much up there with the in and around the line of scrimmage.